Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, brothers and sisters, wherever you are in time and space. Glad you stopped by. Jericho here, and this is We the People, a new birth of freedom. We're going to take a deep dive today and really get into some very intense, deep subject matter. And of course, it's all relative to freedom. It's all relative to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I want to preface this discussion that we're going to have here in a few minutes with this. While we clearly understand that the law of reproduction applies to all of us, that's how we got here. All of us, equally, without exception, each and every one of us came to this earth. We're born on a certain day by a process that's called the law of reproduction. As you've heard me say, and you will keep hearing me saying, there's a sperm, there's an egg, they unite, there's a conception, there's a pregnancy, there's a 9-month developmental process. Suddenly, we're born. Each and every one of us comes the same way. We didn't drop out of the sky. We didn't suddenly sprout out of the ground. A cloud didn't pass over and whoops, there you are. No, we all came the same way. It's a universal law, the law of reproduction. And while all of us came the same way, but not all of us have the same capacity on an equal basis. Example, some men or women have the capacity to want to be doctors or attorneys or scientists. They have that capacity. I don't know if I have that capacity or not, but I certainly know that I have no interest. So whether I have the capacity or not is really irrelevant. I just have no interest to become one of those in that particular career field. And then we're also very aware, and sadly so, that some individuals are born with great challenges, mental challenges, physical challenges. But it still doesn't stop the law of reproduction from occurring. We're all equal on that playing field there. But just for a few minutes, I want to talk about capacity. With few exceptions, like I said, there are those that are mentally challenged in that capacity. And for those at least I do, I'm sure many of you do also, I have great remorse that I, for some reason, have been blessed to be able to think, to reason, to analyze, to use logic, to experience the various levels of empathy, sympathy, compassion, simply love. And all those characteristics collectively give us a capacity to experience those things in various ways and various levels. And in view of all of that, we want to discuss something that sits between our ears here. It's profound. It's very complex. I don't think science will ever be able to unravel all of its mysteries and its secrets. They try, but it's too complex. Richard Feynman, a renowned physicist, made this statement one time. He said, "What I cannot create, I cannot fully understand." And that is a very true statement. So, since man cannot create this gray matter, this brain that sits between our ears, he will never fully understand it. If he's lucky enough, he might get a little scratch on the surface of a little insight or maybe a little understanding, but it's too vast. It's too complex for those that cannot create that to grasp the depth, the height, the length, the breadth of what the brain is all about. I guess from here on out, I'm going to sound very facetious. Simply because this gray matter that sits between our ears, this brain, how much of it do we actually use on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis? Some say that this is a myth. Others claim there's some validity to it, but some claim that we only use 3 to 5 to 6% of our brain capacity. Whoever come up with that percentage, I don't know, or how they would come up with that percentage, I don't know. Some say that's just a myth, but for the sake of discussion, let's say that we only use 3, 5, 6% of our brain capacity. For the sake of this discussion, let's just cut it off at 6%. Okay, we use 6%. Now remember, this is just for the sake of discussion. We use 6%. So the question is, the million-dollar question is this. If we only use 6% of our brain capacity, then does that mean we're 94% ignorant or 94% stupid? I don't know. Sometimes those words get blurred. Though I will take this stance that we're all ignorant of something. You know, there's so many things we just don't know. If we don't continue to read and research and analyze, I mean, we're ignorant of many, many subjects and topics and things that's going on in the world. Now, stupid is another category. To me, stupid is the condition, the mental condition of not wanting to learn, not wanting to broaden one's horizons and research and analyze and discuss, debate. Pretty much, it's an individual that's set in their ways, and it's my way or no way. A classical example of a very stupid person is a narcissist. It's their way or no way. They're always being victimized, and even though they're the ones that victimize people, they turn it around so they become the victim. And they're never wrong. Never wrong. And I don't care how many degrees a narcissist may have. They might be attorneys, they might be doctors, they might be preachers, they might be scientists. But they have a special ingredient in there. It's called stupid. And some have a very special kind of stupid. We see that in the religious world as well as the political world. And we're witnessing that. We are eyewitnesses of that in the current social climate that we live in. I'm going to continue this video or this discussion in the next video. So I encourage you to stay with me, bear with me, have patience. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. View these videos, but you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so. I would deeply appreciate it. And whatever you do, protect your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And until next time, God bless.